Well, good morning, everybody. We want to welcome you. My name is Michael Embry. I'll be host this morning. We want to thank everybody for showing up and being part of our veterans, our Memorial Day celebration, honoring our veterans that are no longer with us. I'd like to introduce some of the people that are here right now. First of all, Frank Berlosser. Frank, thank you for the breakfast this morning and your motorcycle support. Yes, and all the motorcycle guys. Yes. And we have some other dignitaries here. We'd like, I hope not to miss anybody. We have former Mayor Jerry Smith. We have City Manager Bill Nicholas. We have our new Police Chief, David Byrd. We have our new Mayor, Coughlin Barnes. We have our Fire Department, Jeff McMasters. It's a special day that we honor not only our veterans that are no longer with us, but to honor this clock behind us, which really signifies what it's all about. This was put up over 100 years ago to honor the soldiers and sailors from World War I. And it continues today to be our focal point here in our community. So we want to thank you all for coming out. And I would be remiss in not thanking Andy Rye for putting up our flags behind us there from the street department. Andy, I know he's not here, but thank you, Andy, for doing that. Are there any Army veterans in the group? Would you please raise your hand? Let's give them a nice round of applause. Any Navy veterans in the group? Thank you. Any Marines in the group? I just noticed that Judge Tom Doherty was his first hand up. That's the only time he'd volunteer for anything. Are there any Coast Guard people in the audience? Now, every year I do this, I never find any Coast Guard people, but I've been told by the mayor they're on the Kishwaukee River patrolling it right now, keeping it safe from the people from Sycamore. Are there any Air Force veterans? Let's give them a nice round of applause. And I know it's too early, but are there any United States Space Force veterans? Well, that'll be the next group we'll have invited here. Well, I do want to thank everybody for coming out, and we'll try to keep this ceremony brief because we have another ceremony at 10 o'clock at the Elwood Mansion. As we start our ceremony, I'd like our commander to please present a wreath to honor all veterans. Commander Gallagher. Thank you. Memorial Day is a time to remember all the veterans that are no longer with us. Sometimes people get confused between Memorial Day and Veterans Day. Veterans Day is to honor our current veterans. Memorial Day is to honor those that are no longer with us, those that gave their ultimate sacrifice, their life to serve our country. So we don't have those people here, but this is why we're doing it, to honor, respect, show them the dignity they deserve. At this time, I'd like to invite one of our speakers up who would like to talk about our clock and what will be happening. Mike Coughlin from the Rotary Club, please.
Thank you, Michael. Good morning, everyone. For Memorial Day, we're going to talk briefly about the clock, the U.S. Constitution, and puppuccino dog treats at Starbucks. The clock. 100 years ago, people met around this clock, and they did two things. They gave thanks, and they made a plan, and a plan worked, and it's called DeKalb. in a free country, and now we're here to celebrate, to give thanks, and to make a plan for the next 100 years. The clock has been commissioned for restoration, or shall I say repair, and the primary donors are the American Legion, First National Bank, Stephen and Teresa Irving, Daughters of American Revolution, DeKalb County Community Foundation, Firefighters Local, and special recognition to Dan Gallagher and Michael Embry, who are the bridge between the last 100 years and the next 100 years. And about the Constitution can be easily understood in 3 words. Is it true? Is it fair? Does it make things better? And the provisions are true, due process. Is it fair, equal protection? Or does it make things better? The patent and copyright law. The patent and copyright law is Article 1, Section 8, Clause 8, which is like I-88, our expressway, where Northern Illinois University is just down the road. And that's very important to preserving and encouraging the American spirit, the human spirit. So what inspires the American spirit when other forms of government tend to suppress or crush the spirit? And the answer is seen in examples. The American spirit has gone worldwide in Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Starbucks, Amazon, Uber, Airbnb, Facebook, because of the U.S. Constitution provision I-88, which basically says, in this country, you make it, you keep it. In other countries, you make it, we take it from you. And I shouldn't say countries, I should say forms of government. So it's a two-way street in the United States with our Constitution. We're the melting pot, and we improve the world with our creations. And so today we get together and we say, well, what can we do to honor those who gave their lives so that we could live in a free country that encourages the human spirit? And I've got 5 suggestions. Number 1, a written plan by the hour, your clock, and your calendar to build, create, and invent. And support any updates to the NIU policy on students making money from their inventions while they're in college. Number 2, due process. Is it the truth? I recommend downloading the Ground app, G-R-O-U-N-D. It covers all news stories from left, center to right, instead of relying on just one perspective for the news. Today's headline in Ground is, China allows couple to have 3 children. Sort of reminds us how well we have it. Number 3, equal protection. We can start by checking ourselves. We can check ourselves with a 10-question diversity questionnaire at peoplegoal.com, P-E-O-P-L-E-G-O-A-O.com. Number 4, you could join a service club. For example, Rotary. Rotary started in the United States with the spirit of America, and it has gone to 200 countries, including China. Started in the United States. Number 2, the Rotary rules are like U.S. Constitution, equal protection, due process, and creativity. There, is it fair? Is it true? And will it make things better? And also, Rotary has 7 peace academies throughout the world to train people like you how to prevent and survive wars. And finally, number 5, when you pass through the Starbucks, drive up for your puppuccino. Remember that it's protected by the constitutional copyright section, and you can thank the American soldiers that died for that right.
And Michael, we've collected enough money to fund this clock now, or we still need more money?
We collected enough to repair, but we're going to go into phase 2, which is to possibly paint it.
That's perfect. This is a replica of our community. This is, for those that don't know, this is Veterans Memorial Park with the clock. So it is a very, very important, and we want to thank City Manager Bill Nicholas. He was institutional in making this thing happen when those pillars were taken down from the old post office to create this plaza, and obviously with our tank over there. I'd be remiss, I missed 2 people. Patrick over there from the Sons of the American Legion, we want to thank you for coming. Give a nice round of applause, Patrick. And Georgia, who is our new person in charge of the Ladies Auxiliary from the American Legion. Let's give her a nice round of applause. And Mike, I was scared a little bit when you started talking about Commander Gallagher and I being 100 years old. I think you're referring to the clock, not he and I. It seems like we've been around for 100 years. With that said, I'd like to special tribute and thanks to all the men and women who you see over there on the sidewalk. That is our members of our ceremonial honor guard who perform for funerals, perform for ceremonies throughout the country. I can't thank them enough for what they've done for our veterans, and every parent and every wife, every son and daughter who we buried have thanked these guys for their time. They're all volunteers, all the way from Commander Gallagher on the very end, who is our current commander. This is his last function as our commander. He'll be stepping down, all the way up to Jerry Climpton, who came in from Florida just to be part of our honor guard. Jerry, raise your hand so we know who you are. And there he goes, he nods his head. Thank you, Jerry. Margaret McCann, a former commander of the group. We have Mike is a new chaplain. Patrick is does our newsletter all the way down. Holding the Marine flag is Manny, who will be our new commander starting up. And hiding behind with the POW is Karen, who is our president of our trustees. And it takes our family to make this work. We do want to invite everybody to come down and visit us someday at our American Legion post. Because we're very proud of what we do, and we give back to the community. As Mayor Smith helped us execute the program, putting those 5 flagpoles down here on First and Locust, and putting the over 60 banners representing our veterans, both current and past that have passed away, on Locust and 2nd and 3rd Street. And by the way, on Flag Day this year, we'll put 17 more banners up to honor our veterans. So it is giving back to our community, and Mayor Smith likes to say DeKalb, Illinois is the most veteran-friendly city in northern Illinois, and that is our goal, and we want to continue that because we do care. At this point, I'd like to turn it over to our chaplain and current commander of the Honor Guard to do the formal ceremony. Chaplain McCann.
Honor Guard, attention! Port arms! Riflemen ready? Aim! Fire! Aim! Fire! Aim! Fire! Order arms! Buglers, sound the taps. Present arms! Veterans, thank you for your continued service. Fall out.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you can join us at 10 o'clock at the Elwood Mansion for the community service. Thank you very much.